I feel like a lot of people really appreciate, kind of like where Earl's going with his drawings, like an explanation of what's going on in layman's terms. And I tell all my patients, you know, whatever issue they come with, whether it's a toothache, whether a tooth just needs to be filled, whether they need dentures, I explain to them things very basic. And I say, hey, this is what's going on in your mouth after my exam and after looking at the x-rays. This is what I would recommend. And at the end of the day, you make an informed decision. Now, in regards to this particular tooth or this particular situation, this is what I, in my professional opinion, would recommend you do to prevent X, Y, and Z. If you do not do this, X, Y, and Z can happen. Now, with that information, you decide what you feel comfortable. No, not deaf. But with that information, you decide what you want me to do. A lot of times I see patients that are in pain. And when I'm able to explain to them what's going on, hey, there's an infection that's going on, or there's an infection that's about to start when you take this tooth out. This is my reasons why. And after that first experience with them and helping them when they come to me with a need or they're in pain and they come back and they're not in pain anymore or they feel better, that alone right there, and that kind of builds rapport with the patient. And so they trust you. They you know, when you say this is what I recommend and you help them and it came in with a problem and they're able to leave without that problem. Right. It's like, hey, you know, then maybe they're really trying to help me. You know, maybe
you're a superhero.
Whatever else they recommend, I'll go ahead and do that because they seem like they're really trying to help me. Yeah. And so that's one thing that I personally do. I try to explain things to people in layman's terms, give my professional opinion, and then I give them, you know, it's their decision as a patient to decide what they want to do. And if they do what I recommend, great. And if they don't, I say, all right, that's totally fine. But, you know, if you have any pain, if you notice swelling, please contact wherever.
Hands on. Hey, that's all you. That's all you. Yeah.
But I let patients know whatever they decide, you know, I respect that. You know, I'm not going to be like, well, don't come back to me if you get an infection. You need to go to something. That's not, you know, I don't do that. No, because I want them to feel like whatever they decide, I respect that, and it's their mouth, it's their body, and they have the ultimate say of what they allow me to do.
What to me was saying just in terms of just like communication to patients, I don't know, that was for me, it was always something that was big. I remember even going back, just thinking from even in undergrad, and I had this like public health class, and it was just focusing on, you know, distrust of the health system in the African American community, and that always just kind of stuck with me. And that basically all kind of stemmed from, part of it is just lack of communication. And as you think about how many people go into the hospital, and you see them later, for example, outside of the hospital, they have no idea what happened to them. They go in, people just order these tests and they do these procedures, and there's so many people that go through admission to the hospital and they really don't know much about what happened to them. So always try and take the time to like explain it to them. Just kind of think, you know, for each patient that you're seeing, just imagine that person being, you know, like that's your mother, your sister, your mother, and try and just
somebody you care about,
treat them accordingly, you know. Absolutely. And like that really helps.